I'm going to show you how I clean my Blackstone Griddle straight through after I just cooked some bacon onion smash burgers. First, I want to recommend scraping down your spatulas outside while they're still hot. It's so much easier rather than after they dry and that food gets so hard in the sink and I'm frustrated later, so do it right away. Step 1. Scrape away any food debris. Turn your griddle down to low heat. Grab a spatula, a scraper, a dough scraper, or you can buy one of these cleaning tools like this. This tool has a scrubber on the end and there's a scraper on the other side, so you can scrape it, then grab some water and use the scrubber to scrub it down. You do not have to buy one of these. I'm going to use a spatula in this video. I just mention it because a lot of people like them. So I'll start scraping off all the food debris with my flat beveled edge scraper. This makes it easier that it's flat and it has that angled edge. You want to make sure you get off all the grease and food that you can with the spatula first. I'm just pushing it towards the grease trap in the back, making sure I can get as much off as I can right now. Don't forget the corners. Again, this is where this, obviously you don't want a round spatula for these corners. This is where the flat one works well. The grease can really build up and pile up in those corners, so don't forget those. Step 2, wipe down with a paper towel. Next, we'll wipe it down with these towels, again, focusing on the corners. I'll say that a couple times here, so I apologize in advance, but that's where the grease collects. I've also used the Blue Scott shop towels. Those work out pretty well, a little more expensive. And I've heard of other people using old rags or t-shirts just to not have as much waste. I haven't done it. I usually just use plain white paper towels. Step 3, squirt water and scrape again. Now we'll take some water and squirt it down. This helps loosen up anything stuck on the griddle. Just to reiterate, I have all 4 burners on low. I want it to help loosen up the food. That's why it's on low. It's, help loosen that food. It's not drying out, but you do not want it screaming hot. You don't want it on medium or high. I didn't use any sauce in this cook, but let's say you did a stir fry and there was some teriyaki sauce that was cooked onto the griddle. Then you also want to use the water to maybe focus on that spot and get it up. The water will help a lot with stuck on sauces. Blackstone only recommends a few tablespoons of water at a time while cleaning, which is why I'm using the squirt bottle. I would not recommend dumping like a bucket of water on the griddle. Sometimes people do that in restaurants. I would not recommend that with a residential griddle. It can lead to warping. So a small amount of water at a low temperature, griddle on low, is fine. A lot of water on a very hot griddle could possibly warp it, so keep that in mind. Give this a good scrape, again pushing everything towards the grease trap. You do this 2, 3, 4 times, just trying to get off as much as you can until you don't see the water picking up grease or anything. Also be careful because that steam can burn your hand. It will burn your hand if you're not careful. At least that's what happened to this guy I know. Definitely didn't happen to me. Step 4, we will wipe it down. We'll grab another paper towel. Whoa, come back here, little fella. We're gonna wipe this thing down again, like I said, focusing on the corners, getting everything off, making sure there's no more water. You'll see me turning the burners off. That's what I was just doing there, because we're really done with the heat now. We're just trying to make sure this is bone dry with the paper towel. We don't need any more heat. So I turn the burners off. I'm wiping down the whole griddle as much as I can. I don't want any more water or anything on there, and give it a good wipe with the spatula. Found a little spot, needed to add a little more water because I wasn't super happy with that area right there, but I'm wiping it all down. And here's a second paper towel that I'm continuing to wipe it all down with. This is just, again, we're trying to get everything off, make it bone dry, get as much as you can. You don't want any more of the water on there or anything like that. Watch out for the wind. And once we get it all bone dry and where we want it to, then we will move on to the final step. Step 5, apply a thin layer of oil. Finally, we'll oil it up, just a thin coat to prevent rust. Canola, vegetable, or Blackstone seasoning are all fine. I'm using avocado oil in this video. I use about 2 tablespoons and spread it around with a paper towel. And again, I can't emphasize enough that you want a thin layer of oil. I get a lot of questions about the orange silicone mats. I've had them. They're fine. Some people swear by them. Me, my order of importance would be, first you need a hard cover. If you don't have one, definitely get one. Then a soft cover to go over that is good to help keep moisture out. And finally, a silicone mat would be like the third thing I'd buy. If you just got a griddle, my beginner Blackstone playlist is on your screen now. It's everything a beginner new Blackstone owner needs to know. Also, my Griddle 101 ebook is on your screen if you'd want to grab that. It's only $15. It goes over seasoning, cleaning, temp control, tips and tricks, and has 101 fantastic griddle-specific recipes. Thank you so much for watching. Congratulations if you just got a new Blackstone.